Hello everybody, this is Martin from Goosed. I'm just checking to make sure everything is working. Yes, so I'm just going to turn this down because there's a bit of feedback. Okay, so, really quick one for you here today. We're going to talk about iKydz. Now, there's one reason why we're talking about iKydz. So today is Safer Internet Day. Safer Internet Day is an EU initiative basically trying to get kids online to be safer. So the internet's not a bad thing, but it can be. So there are people out there that try and do bad things on the internet, and unfortunately kids are a little bit more susceptible to falling into traps and whatnot online. But the internet is also a massively useful education tool. So why do we want to stop kids from doing that? We don't. So iKydz is a fantastic addition to your home. So what it is an add-on to your broadband at home. So you plug it into your modem. Sorry, to give you a bit of a background first. So this started on Kickstarter last year, or 2015 actually, I believe. I'll double check that, but I believe it was 2015, where the guys raised, so completely Irish initiative, the guys raised over 33,000, now I've got some figures here, over 33,000 euros from 267 backers. And then following a successful Kickstarter campaign, so they were fully funded, they've now shipped to 28 countries, which is insane. And since November, when they officially launched last year, they've shipped over 5,000 of these units. So first of all, big up to the guys, because they're an Irish company who have now really landed themselves into internet safety on a global level. So they're in Australia, they're in the UK, obviously they're in Ireland. They've just signed some massive deal with a distributor in the UK. I think it's like the equivalent of Staples or something like that. Do we have them here? I'm not sure. I've seen them in other places like Germany. I don't know if we have them here. So they're now basically being bought by the dozen every day, because people are starting to see that the internet is not a bad thing for kids. It's a massively positive thing. But it does need to be policed. So this is actually the modem itself. So this little guy here, first of all, really happy to see these antennae, right? That's fantastic news, because that means that by switching over to this, you're not going to destroy the broadband in your home. You're still going to get super fast speeds and all the rest of it. So what surprised me about this was how easy it was to set up. So, you know, there's lots of software you can get for security in your home to look after your kids when they're online, and you know, it's just a little bit fiddly and you have to know what you're doing, and there's lots of setup and stuff. This landed in, I took it out of the box. I don't read manuals until I'm lost for about 3 hours, then I will read manuals. Took this out of the box. There's two connections, one for a LAN, so you plug that into your modem, and one for power, and that is it. It is set up. So the way this works is you connect all the devices in your house to this box instead of your normal Wi-Fi. So the Wi-Fi comes in to here and gets rebroadcast out through here. So the benefit is that then once you change the Wi-Fi password on your original modem, so say you've got UPC at home, or Virgin Media or Air. My God, why do they all change their name so much? You change your broadband on your traditional modem, change the password, and then you connect to this. And then what this is, everyone connects to this, but then you can actually, this identifies every device that's connected to it. So say, forget about your old broadband, you're now running on this. You've got your kid's phone, your kid's tablet, your laptop, your kid's tablet or laptop, the Xbox. All of these things are now connected to this modem. You've got an app on your phone that means you can connect and disconnect their device from the internet. They can't connect to the old internet because you've changed the password very smartly, and they can only connect to this. So you now have control over how much internet they have. The reason I really like this, it's not creepy. There's a massive thing about trust. You know, you don't want your kids to be, you can't come up to your kids and say, I saw what you're looking at on YouTube, that's bad, because it's a massive invasion of privacy. This is like back in the day, reading diaries and stuff. You know, the ones that have like a little padlock on them, but you can just snip them. Not that I know, sisters. Yeah, so you're not invading your kids' privacy. You're just deciding when they can't, when they can connect to the internet and when they can't. The other thing it has is it does have filters, so you can say gambling sites, no, porn sites, not allowed. You could even restrict access to just have the kids' YouTube, which is recently released, instead of the fully fledged grown-up YouTube. So it's got this kind of power for you. This is really, really handy to have in the house. Like I've even just been thinking about, now I don't have kids, but you could even put yourself on the same, you can kind of put yourself on diet internet. So you can set schedules. So say your kids come in, 6 o'clock. When do kids come in? I don't know. I'm really useless at this. So kids come in the evening after school. They do their homework between they would clearly be in before 6. School is not that hard. They'd be in from 3 or 4 o'clock. And then once they come in, they're doing their homework between 6 and 8. It's dinner between 8 and 9. And then from 9 to 10, you give them a little bit of internet time. You actually can plot out that schedule using iKydz, so you don't have to take over because it takes it. And trust me, more or less these days, I forgot to mute my notifications. I apologize. The biggest distraction anybody has is internet. I know I do. But you can also put yourself on this schedule. So why not have your phone restricted from Wi-Fi access between 10 and 8 a.m. So 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. So you can't check your emails, or you can't be distracted before you go to bed with this horrendous blue light that or destroys your sleep patterns. These are things you can do. You can, and as well as that, what you're doing further is you're helping your kids by showing them you're willing to do it. Why can't they? So this is iKydz is a really healthy way of kind of governing the internet in your house. The app lets you pick and choose what devices are on or off at a given time, so you can have your 10-year-old goes to bed a little bit earlier, you cut their internet off a little bit earlier, but then your 14-year-old can stay up a little bit later using their internet. So it's completely customizable to which device gets access and which device doesn't. If somebody's been bad and you're using internet restraint as a punishment, no problem. The other kids don't have to suffer because of that. So, and that's kind of really simple. This is a way to govern the internet in your house without being super creepy, spying on what your kids are doing. Instead, it's completely within control. Like one of the to show the level of control this has, it's got a feature on it called dinner time. When you press that button, all Wi-Fi is shut off to everybody. They have to come to dinner and they have to talk. No more playing with phones at the dinner table, which I even know I'm guilty of myself. No more playing with phones at the dinner table. That's genius. It's this little device in your house can empower you to talk to each other again. It's a great idea. And it all keeps coming back to that. It's about trust. It's about not invading their privacy when they're online like some software does. It's a bit creepy. So yeah, I guess happy Safer Internet Day. The most important thing you can do with your kids is educate them about the dangers of online. Show them the pitfalls, tell them the horror stories and all the rest of it. But at the end of the day, the horror stories will probably intrigue them more than anything, and they'll probably just want to go online and find out for themselves. So when it comes to that, a little device like iKydz here is going to pretty much act as a defender for them. Something that you have control of, but not so much control that you're going to ruin your trust with your kids. We're obviously going to have a full review of this because we really do love it. First of all, it's Irish as well. That's like the best thing that we could ask for. It's an Irish device that is killing it on the international market. It's amazing. But it's also just brilliant. It's a brilliant idea. It's the best implementation of child safety online I've seen so far. As I've said, I don't like software. I think it's too tricky. But yeah. So what I would recommend is enjoy the rest of your Safer Internet Day. If you didn't know it was Safer Internet Day, Google it. Actually, no, don't. I'll put a link below. So check the comments below. There'll be a link on Safer Internet Day. There'll also be a link to iKydz. But do please check it out. Talk to your kids about internet safety. And once you're happy with that, give these guys a shout and get one of these. I'm just double checking before I tell you, but I'm pretty sure it's €100. It's a once-off fee. There's no subscription. That's another good thing about it. One thing I forgot to check before coming online was the price. I do apologize. 1 second. Look, I'm going to say €100. Oh no, here it is. Sorry, 1 second. Was I right? Answers on a postcard. No, I wasn't. I was wrong. €99. So €99, and it gets delivered within 3 days of ordering, which is great. So yeah, get out, support the guys. They're Irish, they're fantastic, and they're literally probably after bringing one of the best devices to market that will help govern the internet in your house and keep your kids safe. There you go, in a nutshell. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure to like our page, because what we're going to do is do a full review on this, so you want to make sure you get that when it comes out. Check the comments below. There'll be links to all this stuff, all the iKydz, more information on Safer Internet Day, more notifications because I forgot to hit silent. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back in touch really soon. Bye bye.